Hey, good evening, Delaware Christian Church. Today is Wednesday evening, and I'm so excited to bring once again to you a food for thought, a devotion thought to the season of Lent. Someone not too long ago came to me and said, Pastor Sam, I don't personally participate in the season of Lent because it is a dark season. It's a dark season in the life of the church. It's a dark season in the life of Jesus. Jesus' journey through the cross, that was a dark, a cruel time. To which I responded, yes, you're right. Lent can be a very dark season. And definitely was a dark season in the life of Jesus. But it's in this dark season in the life of Jesus that he reminds us how good of a shepherd he was, how good of a shepherd he is. In John chapter 10, verse 14, we read this. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own knows me. Jesus, he is our good shepherd. I don't know if you know this, but the relationship between a sheep, a flock, and the shepherd changes between day and night. Through the day, the shepherd is ahead of the flock, guiding them through the desert roads and mountains and hills and valleys. At night, he goes from being ahead of them to being beside them in the middle of the flock. When life is its darkest, God is its closest to us. He's not ahead, he's not behind, he's beside us. Which reminds me of Psalm 23. You can't talk about darkness and shepherd without thinking about Psalm 23. And more specifically, verse 4. Let me turn it there for you and read it. Psalm 23, verse 4. It says this, even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death. Can you think of a more difficult time in life than dealing with death? Not only physical death, but the death of a relationship, the death of a financial situation, the death of a job opportunity. Death means that something has ceased. If it is a life, a breath that stopped breathing, being taken, or if it is the end of a relationship or of a career, so on and so forth, it's a scary moment. It is the season of something that was important to us. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. In the middle of darkness, God is right beside us. But here's the thing that I think is that's so cool to understand. The word rod or staff here in the Hebrew is the word to support. So at the darkest moment of our lives, Psalm 23 and our Good Shepherd reminds us that at the darkest moment, God is right beside us, supporting and comforting us. How cool is that? That our God, He's a Good Shepherd, and in the middle of darkness in our lives, He's right beside us, supporting and comforting us. Delaware Christian Church. When life is its darkest point, God is closest to us. He's right beside us, supporting and comforting us. Are you going through a dark time in your life right now? I know that I am. But it's at this moment that we are reminded that Jesus, He's a good shepherd. That He's not ahead of us so that we can be trying to search Him in the dark. No, He's right beside us, supporting us by giving us all that we need through the Holy Spirit, but also comforting us with His love and kindness. Is life dark? Remember that God is right beside you, supporting and comforting you. And in that, we ought to be thankful. Be blessed.